Clock at 5. We're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be... Go!
Hey, check right. Watching your 5.
You must be getting tired of seeing movement.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 46-yard line.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Hey, we got 3 down.
This time Jackson will throw it. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side with Harris. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. He'll have a first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack him because
blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Texans 7, Ravens nothing.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Jackson. Funches has it complete. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warmups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Ravens, nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run, it's Mark Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tyler Newsome now. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Watson, off play action. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 48 to Mike. Check 48. Go to the floor. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Switch it. Go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we set. 60 out low. 55. Check. 55. Mike. Yeah. Come on. Check. Where'd he go?
Throwing now. Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. That'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw once more on second and 10. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before the break. Watson going deep here for Stills. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
4 down, 4 down.
They go to Johnson again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, like 88. Check, 48. Come on. Double dog. That's the way. 94.
Out of the gun, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the gun on third, Watson buying time to his left. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second. Third quarter in Indy. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try the air now with Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they took a shot there and tried to get it downfield. 4th quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted. But good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taylor now returning it. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's caught by Funchess. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Jackson on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Here's Watson, option left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Does the big boy have the juice?
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's second and goal back to the 8-yard line now.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 3rd down. It's Taylor, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot.
A 30-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Emmanuel Agba in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 15.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.